everyone. Oh, I don't know if you can hear me. There's so much wind. I thought I would bring you with me on my journey outside to be in the inspiration of nature, to be with what is. Welcome back to the channel. Wow, love living. A life of freedom and joy, sustainable wellness from the inside out. I'm here in Central Park. This may not be the best video. I just wanted to connect, come in, send some light, send some love, send some hugs, and perhaps even some healing. So I needed to be out here in the sun and the elements today, not realizing how windy it is right now. We've had highs and lows of the weather's increase or shifts from cold to warm, from snow to rain. It's all good. You know why? Because we're here. I'm here to experience life right now. And that's what Wild Love Living is really about. You know, it's recognizing the gift of living in the present, here and now. So I'm here to just say hello. I wanted to bring you with, again, not realizing the elements are up, up and active in terms of wind, sound. So I hope you can hear me. I hope all is well for everyone. I, again, don't want to be presumptuous by saying that everything is well, but in all truth, everything is well. If you're here right now, you're able to listen, you've arrived, you have breath. We really have all we need already inside of us, and how we recognize that matters. And that's very important. I'm sharing what is real for me. You know, it's taking a moment to really slow down, be in my body, notice my thoughts, you know, just be in this divine presence of life. I've shared with you all that I practice yoga. I'm a teacher of yoga. I'm a teacher of holistic yoga, which is a lifestyle of yoga. And I want all to be encouraged that yoga is within, to take some of the mysticism away, to recognize that yoga is about union. It's about the link, you know, the link of our physical self, the self that we identify with, the personhood, to have the awareness that the evolution of life is really full circle, connecting us back in to our highest self, to that self that is beyond words. So I'm not going to stay here and spend too much time right now pursuing the explanation or the to try and give an understanding, because it's for each of us to experience for ourselves. Life is within us. Our highest selves are already well. So when I say is all well, are you well? It is a question of inquiry, because it matters to check in and be with people and be with each other where we are. But the truth of the matter is, guess what? All is well. And that's what I love about Wow Love. I love the experiences that I've had and I'm still having on a divine level, where how grace has kept me and is in me and all around me. It's such a magical existence, one that we can't put into words. So the underbelly of wild love living is that keeps us always, and that is in us and around us. And so I am here to share that the abundance of love inside is what's needed to be felt, to be experienced for ourselves, to be fully received, so that we then can trust that we have that to share with others. This place of abundance, right? That is, again, it's healing, and it is well. I really hope all is well, in that we sit with ourselves and give ourselves what is needed in the present. Because the present is a gift. It's all we have right now. So live wow in the love of it. I wanted to say my heart is full. I am being nudged even more to get out of my own comfort zone, to get out of my thoughts, even get out of my home space and know that whatever it is, again, is really already, all of creation is already here. So making myself available to receive, to really get it clear, and not in a forceful way, but just in a way that allows the manifestation to reveal. I'm grateful. And again, I'm outdoors enjoying some sun, some good vitamin D naturally, and to share and to let you know that you're loved. It's in you and all around you. You're not alone. We're all connected to this whole life existence, and it's really nice to let go and be with what is, that's so beautiful already, that's so, again, healing, that's so abundant, right? That's so grace-filled, so breath-filled, and allow ourselves, especially I speak for me, to be in the being. And that's when I'm really full of joy. I mean, I am just loose. It's not a thought about who, what, or how. It just is, so I'm so grateful. I mentioned in my last video that I too am on a journey of healing physically, and that's a story in itself and for a whole nother day. But what I will tell you is, because I have breath in my body and I'm living out the desires of my heart to even come here, press a button, share, receive, because this channel for me is a space, an outlet. I really allowed myself to create it in love, to not spend too much time in my head about it, because as a lot of us, including myself, have come to channels, conversations, even scenery that people have shared here on YouTube has been so much more healing than I ever thought it could or would. And I'm not a person that generally would be on any type of digital space, or in any digital space for long periods of time. I really like being with people, like in the real now, here and now. However, not to discredit, disregard, or be discouraged to be in a space like this, because it's a gift, literally. And I'm gonna say I'm proud of my own self. I'm proud of and grateful for getting out of my own way to come back here and say hello during my healing process, the highs, the lows, the ebbs, the flows. You know, I'm a little artistic creative, so allow myself to be that and be in joy and to also be authentic. You know, there was a time that I thought about how the channel would look. Like, what am I going to look like? What am I going to say? Where am I going to do this? Um, how much do I want to share? How much do I want to expose? You know, and it makes sense for all of us to have the mindfulness of our sacred being and our sacred space, but just and to also know that we hold the power, right? The power is within our own thoughts, our own mind, our own hearts, our own lives. No one else gets to dictate. So come and just be the gift, you know, and that's what I share. It's the signature of most of my emails. Be the change you want to see in the world. It's so easy to point fingers and speak about what other people need to do, but a lot of times when we're able to do that, especially so easily, it's because that energy is being misguided, misdirected. It's really the energy for ourselves. We're really projecting, speaking to ourselves. So be the change you want to see in the world. I want to see love. I want to see connection, authentic connection. Most of all, I want to have people experience their healing, their personal healing, beyond any dogmas, any tradition, any kind of conditioning, any kind of even lineage of what is not true for them or us or you. Is not a life of wild love living. It's not a life of authenticity. It's not a life of really being grateful for what is right now, because that very beat in your heart is what is present. And it is an opportunity. Each breath is a new beginning. Each breath a new opportunity. So I say these things, and this is now it's coming through. I'm grateful when I get to a point of it is released and revealed, and I'm just being used. I'm just a conduit. I'm just a catalyst, and in the co-creation of what needs to come through and be said. You know, let it be, and so it is. I'm so grateful. It's like, pray to God and move your feet. You know, take the first step. The first step for me is to say yes. The first step for you is to say yes to you, no matter what. Wherever you go, there you are. And you're so beautiful. All is well already. All is inside your innermost being. Spend some time. Maybe make it an intention to take the time and say, you know what? Whatever time of day, mornings may not be your time, whatever, a certain amount of time might not be for you, but just to be conscious that this life is a gift and every moment is a new opportunity, that you take the time to sit with that inner self, to invite it in, because it's already there. You're really inviting the physical self, you know, the gross self, meaning gross, meaning physical, what can be seen, into this beautiful, you know, abundant self that's already well, has all the healing you need. And what I mean by healing doesn't necessarily mean you do it alone. The healing to even hear the wisdom, you know, that inner knowing that, hey, turn that way, speak to that person, say this thing, let it be known, reach, receive, give, whatever, is all of the healing, right? It's in the collective. It already is. All of creation is already, right? And so, do we know this is true? My experience, it becomes true for me when it does become my experience. My experience of really giving life a go, giving it a full invitation to show up in, through, and around me. I am so in love with being with you all. I am so in love with being in abundance today. I am so in love with my obedience to come out, even not knowing what the elements was going to serve me. It's been really nice lately outdoors. I've been head down, let me tell you, head down working, making space, but also allowing myself to get past go. I have quite a few projects on in front of me because of my heart, right? I am creative. I have been a person that has always been led from the inside of my desires, like my gut. You know, I've moved around, I've relocated places. I'm a hairdresser by trade. I've done it from a child. I began nail art. It was began artistry for years, meeting people, you know, really engaged and giving everything that I possibly could naturally, you know, for the sake of others to feel and be well, you know, whether it was through beauty, being revealed from the outside, you know, helping them to connect and know that they had enough, you know, whether it was, you know, with hair, was it long enough? Was it straight enough? Was it curly enough? Is it thick enough? Is it lined enough? Is it different enough? You know, all these experiences, you know, for me have been blessings, are still blessings, because I still partake in ways that I'm called to in terms of my arts and yoga for sure, how it has helped me so much. And I'll leave you with this one thing as it's coming up for me to share. When I speak of yoga, we're doing it right now. Again, remember not to be put off when you hear things that seem unfamiliar or complex, because we as humans, we put a lot out there when we're speaking about things, because we're just trying to do our best as humans to explain or express our way through. And sometimes it doesn't take all that. It takes us to get still, to give ourselves a chance to experience something that we are curious about. And yoga, for me, was one of those things. I was in an environment as a hairdresser, and the community and company was all about Ayurveda and ancient tradition and wellness. And it resonated with me because it was part of who I was before I even knew it. Because it's part of who we all are. It's really a root science in tradition. You know, there's their roots, period. That in rooting, being rooted, having roots, we feel more grounded, right? So yoga was one of those things that really called, it was an interest to me. And not because of the word, it was because of what I saw that connected yoga to life, was what I yearned for and wanted more of, right? So a person said to me, who was practicing yoga, I continued to inquire and ask questions every chance I got. And guess what? She said one of the most profound things that moved me forward. I moved myself forward, but just prompted me to go. And this is what I'm talking about, healing. It's already, you know. So this particular day, she said, Heather, and that's my name, by the way. I'm Heather Ford, right here, founder of this channel. She said, commit to one thing and everything else will fall into place. And that was it. That was enough. And before I knew it, I was on the mat practicing. And I have never stopped. And this was 2002. And here it is, 2000, what's this, 22? Wow. Yeah. And I am a practitioner, a teacher, a guide for others. No coincidence, right? I continue to be a student. I continue to say yes, to guide, to lead, to share, to be a conduit for healing, to be in transmission of grace. I so am in love with being here with each of you. Whenever you hear this, may it be serve you well. May you know all is well, and know that that is really true. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to perform. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to please. But what you get to do is be present, because you are here. You are here now. And while love is living within you and all around, I am again so grateful. Subscribe, comment. Where are you? What are you up to? How are you feeling? What's your journey like? You know, what else would you want to hear, or would you like to talk about, or just share or say in the comments? Because I found that comments on other people's channels, when I go back and I read them or I comment, I scroll and I see something someone else has said, and I'm like, oh, that's it too. That's it. You know, again, it's collective. We're all connected. All right. All is well. My prayer is that you feel light, to know you are loved, right? To receive my hugs and know that the healing is already in and around. Nature at its best. It is you. It is me. It is all divine. Until next time, take so much care of yourselves and all that is around. Namaste. Many, many blessings. Ashe. All the salutations of blessings, love, and light. Until next time. Okay. Subscribe. Press the notify button. Yeah. And there's going to be so much more to come right here. And I'm excited about being obedient, being called, and really walking out this ministry of love. I thought of that word because I heard someone say it. I said, that really is a profound way of sharing what it is that comes through. The works, you know, without the work, you know, it just overflows. It's ministry. You know, my prayer is that we all are in that, living that for ourselves and for all that is around. It is so needed. All right. I hope you enjoy a little scenery here in New York City. I'm going to give you maybe a little more view. I think the sun is there, which we want. You may miss the skyline, but it is here. Such a beautiful opportunity. I hope it serves you as much as it is an embrace for me that is needed. I'm glad I made it. All right, until next time, be well, stay well, you are well.